Olá, sejam bem-vindos mais uma vez a QG-UFO. Relato fantástico do paranormal e abduzido Chris Bledsoe, que esteve na NASA a convite para revelar suas informações extraterrestres, pois ele foi um contatado conhecido e importante que teve experiências incríveis. Enquanto estava sendo entrevistado por funcionários da NASA, acabou conhecendo Haroldo Povenmire, que se tornaram amigos, e o engenheiro Povenmire confessou estruturas de edifícios gigantescos, cúpulas e objetos em formatos de cogumelo no lado oculto da Lua.
And I'll tell you something else Hal told me. Serious as all get out. Was Hal mapped the moon. He wrote the book on occultation grazing. I don't know how you say that word, occultation grazing. Mm-hmm. In other words, he wrote many books on the moon.
Okay.
So he mapped the moon. He mapped the landing spot for the Apollo mission. He said, you got to land here. And he drew out the coordinates. That's what Hal did. He studied the moon more than anybody in the world. He's the expert on the moon. So we were talking one night, out watching the stars, and I'm like, Hal, I said, is there really something on the backside of the moon? He looked at me and he said, there are buildings up there, big ones, and we didn't build them. And they're ancient.
Ancient.
So help me, that's what he told me. And I didn't ask any more questions, but he wouldn't answer. But he told me that. He said, there are structures up there that we did not build, and they're very old. Whoa. This is coming from the world's expert on the moon.
Did you ask him if the moon landing was real?
I never did. But he says it was.
Yeah.
So I believed him.
Wow.
He had his technology is still on the moon that he put up there. Something for lasers to shoot off of, and there's stuff up there, scientific equipment that he was responsible for putting up there.
Didn't he say the buildings look like mushrooms?
Some of them.
I thought that was really weird.
Some very
ancient buildings that look like mushrooms on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, that's what he said. I said, Tim, what do you think about the moon? Is there's something going on up there? Is there structures up there? He said, do you think that it landed by chance in the perfect spot where it eclipses the sun and it doesn't ever change its face to the earth? It stays locked in a position. He said none of that was by accident. He wouldn't elaborate anymore. He said, but there's something going on up there. I can't say, but it's not by accident.
I knew the moon was a spaceship. Damn it.
So,
wow.
Yeah, that's what he told me. So, what is it? How is it all? I don't know. We're at the beginning of studying this thing. And what is it we're dealing with? Who is it? How? All I can tell you is how it reacts to me. And
wow.
Demonstrate that for us.
So, okay.